Here it is, week 1 of eating like a bikini competitor. Do you think you could do it too? Welcome back to the channel and to episode 3 of this bikini prep series. Last week, I took you on my bikini prep grocery haul and explained a little bit how fat loss works. I'll link that video up top and I'll also put it down below in the description so that you can watch that video after this one if you haven't seen it yet. I'm Anita, and if you're new here, hey, what's up? I'm a Bachelor of Health Science graduate and a huge fitness enthusiast and online fitness coach. I used to be a bikini competitor in my 20s, and I am challenging myself to do it again, to eat and work out like a bikini competitor for the next 6 weeks to see if I can transform this 31-year-old body just in time for vacation. Today, I'm gonna show you how I turned that bikini prep grocery haul into week 1's bikini prep meal prep. I'm gonna show you each meal and take you through the calorie and macronutrient breakdown of each meal, as well as let you know what the macros and calories that I'm trying to hit are for this week. And then coming up in this series, I'm also showing you my bikini prep week of workouts that I'm going to be doing for the next 6 weeks. So make sure that you've subscribed to the channel, and if you are already subscribed, make sure that the notification bell is hit so that you don't miss when that video comes out next week. So if you're ready to see what a meal prep looks like while on bikini prep, let's dive right in. So I'm eating like a bikini competitor and doing this mock bikini prep to get beach lean for my upcoming vacation. Now, beach lean is different than bikini prep lean, but a lot of what gets you there is the same. It's just the degree to which you do it. For instance, you can be a little inconsistent and still get beach lean, but you can't really be inconsistent and get bikini prep lean, especially if you are doing a bikini prep to win a bikini competition. In my 20s, I did 3 bikini competitions. 2 of them I won overall bikini champion, and for one of those I coached myself to the stage and got myself that overall bikini champion win, and then that allowed me to go on to the provincial stage and compete there. So I know the difference between what my body looks like bikini prep lean versus beach lean. Also, the duration of the diet and the degree to which you are diligent is different between the two. For instance, if you exercise pretty regularly and you eat pretty well, you can get away with a shorter diet and still get beach lean. Kind of like this 6-week bikini prep that I'm doing. Whereas I used to compete, and when I would go through my bikini preps, I would prep for around 16 weeks or 4 months to get myself ready for the stage. And when it comes to beach lean versus bikini prep lean, getting truly shredded isn't a sustainable goal. For instance, we always talk about the health risks of being too high in body fat, but there is such thing as having too low of body fat too. Usually, normal body functioning will go haywire once you dip below 15% body fat as a female. So starving yourself to get this perfect shredded body for the beach or for summer, or over exercising so that you can get yourself in enough of a calorie deficit to have abs for spring break, can be as harmful as being overweight. So I just want to remind you that bodybuilders' physiques and bikini competitors' physiques are not ideal and not sustainable. Despite their impressive physique, their sport demands that their body be put through so much stress to the point that their normal biological functions can be impaired. Therefore, looking like a bikini competitor should not be the goal, unless that's your sport. Instead, let's strive for a sustainable approach to fat loss. Most diets fail over the long term, and it's because we suck at sticking to fad diets. And then when we bail on it because it just doesn't fit our lifestyle, we tend to regain the weight and, if anything, go even farther past our original weight. Though I'm making a conscious effort to portion out my meals and track my calories and macros through an app like MyFitnessPal, I want it to be clear that it is not required that you do that in order to see fat loss or weight loss. It's just something that's always worked for me, so that's why I'm implementing it. The best recipe for fat loss is the recipe that best suits you and that you know you could stick to long term. It's gotta suit your preferences, your lifestyle, and be something that you can execute day in, day out, day after day. Because I feel like most people underestimate how tough a weight loss journey can be. And then after week 1, week 2, week 3, they quit. And this is where shiny object syndrome kind of kicks in, because after they quit that, they go looking for the next thing. Or they get distracted from the plan that they said they were committed to, and then they just hop on the next trend. Does that sound like you? So instead of taking on this crazy diet or crazy workout plan, I have a better idea. Ask yourself, what little tweaks can I make in my current lifestyle to just nudge me in the right direction, just a little bit closer to my goal? Too often we're looking for quick fixes, and we often overlook the importance of creating repeatable habits so that you don't have to rely so much on self-control. So look around at your environment, wherever you spend the most time. Humans are lazy by default. So how can we use that to our advantage? Design your kitchen so that your healthiest food is in the path of least resistance. Design for laziness. So at home we have this 3-tiered kitchen organizer storage storage rack. And at the top, we usually put the chips, the cookies, the chocolates, the candies. In the middle, I usually do the fruit bowl. And then at the bottom is any random little produce pantry items like potatoes and onions. I kept buying fruit for my husband, and I kept noticing that by the end of the week, maybe one was gone, but it always went bad. Meanwhile, all of the chips were conveniently gone by the end of the week. And he told me it's because the chips are the first thing he sees when he walks into the kitchen and walks past it. It's right on the top, easy to grab. So all I had to do was start putting the chips either away in the cupboard or towards the bottom so that he physically had to bend over to grab it versus reach it from the top. And I put the fruit on the top tier of this basket storage system, and voila, he started eating more fruit. His eating behavior changed because I designed for laziness. Okay, so remember how I said that usually my bikini prep duration would be longer, like 16 weeks? I did this purposefully. If you want to be able to really have a sustainable fat loss journey, diet more slowly so it feels less like a diet. Losing just half a pound to 1 pound a week is a lot more sustainable than losing 2 to 4 pounds a week. Plus, you're less likely to lose muscle mass this way, which will help leave you looking more sculpted and toned at the end of your fat loss or weight loss loss journey, as long as you did the right work during your bulking phase. Another way that you can make a fat loss or weight loss goal feel a lot more attainable is to leverage habits to make your journey feel as easy as possible. This will help you operate on autopilot. Take temptation bundling as an example. Pair an activity that you already want to do and enjoy doing with a new fitness or weight loss habit. For example, I like to mindlessly scroll through social media, watch some Netflix, and obviously live here on YouTube and watch that too. So I pair this with a healthy habit like walking on the treadmill instead of while laying down on the couch for hours. This helps me get my step count up, which, by the way, if you can get yourself to walk 10,000 steps a day, that's around 500 calories burned, which in a week is 1 pound of weight loss without having to change your diet or add in a workout routine of any sort. Or when I don't really feel like doing meal prep on a Saturday or Sunday, I will put on an older classic movie that I love, like Parent Trap, and let that play in the background while I relaxingly cook some healthy meals for the week. The point is, align your everyday environment with your fitness and health goals. Okay, now that the meal prep is done, let me take you through each meal and kind of break down its calories and macronutrients. And side note, in the Bikini Prep grocery haul video, I broke down the formula that I use to track my maintenance calories, and it was from that formula that then I calculated what my macronutrients were going to be for this 6-week bikini prep. So I'll make sure that I link that video down below in the description so that you can go watch that, figure out what your maintenance calories are, and kind of design something for yourself too. So I put my fat at 20% of my calories because the lowest amount of fat that is healthy is to have 20% of your caloric intake be from fat. And since I'm trying to lose fat over the next 6 weeks, I set this fat caloric intake to the lower end of the scale. But normally during my everyday lifestyle, I would probably have fat at around 30% of my total caloric intake. And then I set my protein to just over 1.2 grams of protein for every pound of body weight that I have, which ended up being around 40% of my total caloric intake for the day. Typically, when you're in a cutting phase and you're trying to lose fat while maintaining your muscle mass, you'll increase your protein intake a bit. I normally aim to have around 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, which is around 130 grams of protein a day. So I just bumped that up a notch. And then I filled in the remainder of my calories with carbs, and voila, that's how I came up with my macros. So my carb intake ends up being another 40% of my total caloric intake. So those are my targets that I try my best to hit during this bikini prep meal prep. Let's see how I did. So my pre-workout snack is going to consist of 1 medium banana and 1 tablespoon of peanut butter plus half a scoop of pre-workout. This comes to 205 calories, 5 grams of protein, 30 grams of carbs, 4 grams of fiber, and 8 grams of fat. Then after I get back from the gym, I'll have a post-workout snack, which is going to be 1.5 scoops of whey protein isolate. I am fully fueled by 1UP Nutrition, and I I love their supplements, their whey protein flavors. There's just so many and they're so exact. Right now I'm on Fruity Hoops, which tastes a lot like Fruit Loops, kind of mixed with Tricks. And then I'll also have a packet of oatmeal, 1 cup of applesauce, and a dash of cinnamon. And this combination just kind of takes me back to some apple crisp, which I absolutely love. This comes to 344 calories, 42 grams of protein, 40 grams of carbs, 4 grams of fiber, and 2 grams of fat. Then later on for breakfast, I'll have 3/4 cups of egg whites, 3.5 ounces of ground turkey, half an avocado, 1 cup of blueberries, and I'll have some coffee with oat milk. And this comes to 294 calories, 38 grams of protein, 16 grams of carbs, 4 grams of fiber, and 9 grams of fat. And then 2 to 3 hours later, so around noon, I'll have some chickpea pasta with tomato basil sauce and some greens powder. And this comes to 430 calories, 24 grams of protein, 69 grams of carbs, 12 grams of fiber, and 8 grams of fat. And I take this green powder also fueled by 1UP Nutrition. We are taking this every single day because there's a mix of probiotics, prebiotics, and digestive enzymes in it, as well as tons of organic greens like spinach, kale, broccoli, also all of your superfood reds like raspberries, strawberries, pomegranate, cranberries, sour cherries. So many minerals and vitamins packed into a greens powder that tastes really good. And then 3 to 4 hours after that, I'll have dinner, which is 6 ounces of chicken breast, a side of vegetables, and 1 dose green juice. And this is a cold pressed juice from Dose, which is a Canadian company. It gets delivered right to your door. This way I don't have to juice any like kale, celery at home and do all this cleanup. They just juice it for me, deliver it to my door, and it's good to go. And then usually I get this like random craving for something sweet before bed. Normally I'd like to have some chocolate, but I am just ending my night with a tablespoon of peanut butter. Now I did put fiber into my macros and kind of outlined how much fiber I'm getting for you because I aim to hit 30 grams of fiber a day, and getting 30 grams of fiber a day in your diet can help you lose weight, it can help you lower your blood pressure, and it improves your body's response to insulin. So it is an overlooked component of most people's diets, I feel like. And so by making sure you're getting enough protein in your day, it'll just help your body function properly too, especially during a cutting phase. So our total calories is 1,666, 144 grams of protein a day, 181 grams of carbs a day, 29 grams of fiber a day, and 42 grams of fat per day. And boom, that is this week's meal prep for this week's bikini prep. Now, each week will look slightly different because I'll mix different vegetables with different lean protein sources and different carbs just so that I don't get sick of it. But normally in an actual bikini prep, I would stick to the same meal plan for about 3 to 4 weeks before I changed it, just so that I didn't have to go through recalculating and trying to hit different macros. It just made my life easier to stick to the exact same menu for 3 to 4 weeks. And then each week of this 6-week bikini prep, I'm going to lower the calories just slightly every single week. Again, that gradual, slow decrease so that I never feel like I'm hungry, body doesn't even notice it. Easy peasy, little switch up. So all I'm going to be doing is just slowly lowering the carbs a bit. Since I'm eating 181 grams of carbs this week, then next week I'll probably just lower that just slightly down to 160 grams of carbs. And then the week after that, I'll take that 160 and lower it down a little bit to 140 grams of carbs. Such tiny little differences, but that's calories that you're taking out of your diet each week, which helps you get into that caloric deficit that you need for a fat loss and weight loss journey. Next week, I am bringing you my bikini prep week of workouts. So I'm gonna bring you into the gym with me, show you each exercise that I'm doing, a part of each day that I'm working out. So I'm gonna see you guys in that one next. Make sure you're subscribed, turn on that notification bell, and like this video if you got any value out of it. I'll see you guys next week in the gym.